Hello everyone and welcome to this video where we are going to be doing an analysis for the next week. My name is Raja Venkatraman. I'm the co-founder of NeoTrader and I'm going to be sharing with you how we can look at the markets in a step-by-step manner. So first of all, let me see what has happened to the entire week. As you can see here that the entire week has spent in a rather range-bound situation and that can be seen from all the sectors across the board. Some of the sectors had witnessed some sharp declines, but then you largely see that most of the sectors were pretty much range bound and you had stock specific action. So, now if you were to shift your focus towards the kind of performance which Nifty has done, so let's go and take a look at Nifty. This is the chart of Nifty, as all of you can see here, that right now Nifty has come into a very important support zones. I have been speaking about a support zone around the 18,200 mark. You can see here that this 18,200 zone has been a very important value area here. So out here you can see that continuous supports are being held, and that is the reason why even after the decline on Friday, the prices managed to close above it. So it's a very significant pullback which has emerged in the last week. So this is why I had mentioned that is it a dips to buy into? And the answer is yes. So as you can see here, that overall momentum remains positive. Yes, the ADX cooled off a little bit, and now you can see that there are chances of the prices recovering. Now, when you go and take a look at the OI data, okay, let's go and take a look at the OI data. This is the OI screen here, and you can see here that there has been some call shedding. Okay, call writers have seemingly exited from here, and what you can see here is that on the put side, you are seeing some addition out here. So on the put side, we are seeing some addition. So the lower levels are getting defended, and the lower levels which I'm talking to is around 18,100 to 18,150. So 18,100 to 18,150 is an important zone to watch out for. So it has dipped into that zone, it has taken support at that zone, and this zone is going to be the levels which is going to be defended in the coming few sessions. So that's what we have to target for. So it was a dip to buy into. If you're not bought into the dips, you can still get in early on Monday also. So overall, as long as 18,000 is held, Nifty is going to be in a good frame of mind. Now, when we take a look at the stock analyzer, so I thought, why don't I take a look at the multi-day and the positional to get a perspective of what can happen. So multi-day and the positional are definitely on the bullish side, and you can see here multi-day is cooled off because nothing much happened in the last week, and the positional is also maintaining a buy status. So when you go and take a look at the overall setup, you can see here that on the multi-day, the Ichimoku scores are definitely on the positive side, so which is a bit of encouragement, while the candlestick scores are just developing because of the small break which we saw. And now when you take a look at the kind of levels which we need to target, so let's go and find out what are the intraday, multi-day and the positional levels which we can target. So let's again go back to our cluster zones and let's see what are the levels which we can highlight. So first up, what you see is 18,257 as a pivot on intraday. This is a multi-day. So you are having a nice tie-up around 18,200. So 18,200 is an important level to watch out for. So in the coming sessions, it has to definitely go above this zone. So as long as it moves above 18,250 and 260, you will be able to see some positive traction emerging. Now we are looking at some upside, and when you're going to talk about the upside, let me just tell you what should we be looking at. We should be looking at a level of 18,400 as a immediate run, right? 18,400 is emerging as a very good cluster zone. So once 18,400 is exceeded, possibilities of upward traction emerges, and you can see here that higher levels around 18,640 is very much possible. So 18,640 is very much possible because around 18,640 you are having 18,600 as the positional R3. So 18,600 to 640 could be the final stretch of Nifty. So yes, there is a lot of room emerging right now. So we need to see whether this bullish move can continue And what I am seeing is over the next few weeks, this could be an important cluster zone to target. But first up, 18,250. So let me put down. So this is your trigger point, 18,250. And this is your first target around 400 to 430. Then you have a very nice jump towards 18,600. So this is your second target. So this is your supply points, and this is your entire trigger points. So these are your trigger points, and these are your target zones. All right. Now dips towards 18,100 and 150 has already emerged. So you know that anything beyond that is your stop loss. All right. So now let's move into Bank Nifty. Okay, let's take a look at Bank Nifty, and you can see here Bank Nifty has ensured that it maintains its entire up move. You can see here this is the median line, and this was the 1.618 around 43,700. So it was maintaining itself above 43,700 for quite a while. So now when you take a look at what has Bank Nifty done, Bank Nifty has ensured that it is maintaining itself above 43,700, and also this particular line which I have drawn is the highs of the last few sessions, which has not been exceeded, which is around 44,000. So 44,000 to 44,200, it gets some kind of a shock. So once it exceeds that, I find that it has got potential to move all the way higher towards 44,000, 44,500. Okay, 44,500 is the next stop, and then you have got target of 45,000. So 44,500 and 45,000 are two levels which I am expecting in Bank Nifty in the coming sessions. So now what is prompting me to say that? When you take a look at the OI data, okay, when you take a look at the OI data, you will see that there is quite a lot of action happening in Bank Nifty, right? Why? Because a lot of retail participation out there, and you can see here that not much of call writing is emerging at around 44,000 levels, 44,100 levels. And when you take a look at the lower levels, the lower levels are being well defended. So any region of 43,500, 43,600, you can see a good level of defense there. And this is the reason why I am highlighting that Bank Nifty is going to be in the spotlight in the coming sessions. And when you're going to play the Bank Nifty, you got to understand that the retailers are very much in action at the lower levels in Bank Nifty. And I feel that next week, Bank Nifty is going to be in the thick of the action. Any move above 44,200 should definitely be used as a very strong participation towards 45,000 by the end of next week. All right. Now, when you take a look at the levels, right, we will go into Stock Analyzer, and you can see here then in comparison to Nifty, the momentum is already swinging to the buy side. So now you'll agree with me that there is strong momentum to the upside emerging here, and the plays are emerging. The scores are also very positive. So when you go and take a look at what are the levels which are emerging, you can see here 44,000 levels are an important level, and at 44,000 you are having a very strong cluster zone. So immediate cluster zones are these, and the pivots are also in a very good cluster zone around 43,800. So around 43,800 is a very good cluster zone on the intraday and the multi-day. And for the next week, if this level is exceeded around 44,000 to 44,200, so 44,000 to 44,200 is a belt where you will witness some supply pressure. But if it is able to cross that, then you have got room all the way towards 45,000. So now when you take a look up, right, you have got 45,000, which is your multi-day R4. Okay, your multi-day R4 is at 45,000, and your 45,100. So 45,000 to 45,200, you got a 1,000 point possibility in Bank Nifty, and that can happen once those levels are exceeded. So we are at a very crucial stage in Bank Nifty. Overall momentum is positive. Light pullback which we had expected last week has emerged, and the levels which were highlighted have also occurred. So overall prospects looks very interesting, and this is what I wanted to share with you as part of this video, where I could show you what are the key levels to watch out for, what are the key reasons for each of these indices to perform, and how you can take action from them. All right. With that, I come to an end of this video. If you understood what I shared and if you like what I shared, do leave a like on this video and also comment on what aspect of the analysis you like so that we can work on it more, and also ensure that you hit the subscribe button if you're not part of our channel, and also the bell icon so that you stay notified about such interesting videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is Raja Venkatraman signing off. See you in the next one, and I'll be happy to have your comments and your sharing.